Charon brother Enos. Today is second land day. Today, it is my privilege to patrol the borders of Nod. I walk the edge on the second and fourth land days of the month. Brother Will performs the duty on alternate land days. We patrol our borders to keep our land pure, to protect ourselves from the evils that lie beyond. Nod covers 7,800 acres. Much of the land is steep and forested, but there is sufficient grazing land for 50 sheep and a small herd of milk cows, and enough tillable land for our crops. The fence, 8-foot chain link with loops of razor wire coiling along the top, is more than 13 miles long. It takes the better part of a day to walk it. In the spring and fall, when the weather is fine, to walk the fence is a pleasure. On this warm September day, I follow the well-trodden path at a leisurely pace, stopping frequently to look out over rolling hills dotted with juniper and sage. The world beyond the fence is deceptively peaceful-looking. The grass is shorter, the landscape crisscrossed by cattle trails. I see them in the distance, scattered groups of 20 or fewer, each beast branded with the mark of the Rocking K Ranch, our neighbor to the north. The cattle often walk close along the fence line. You can see bits of their coarse hair caught on the chain link. They hope to find a way into our fertile land. Only rarely do we glimpse the worldly men of the Rocking K. Though they be sinners all, they forbear to trespass upon us. The south of Nod borders upon the godless Fort Landro Indian Reservation. The elders of this Lamanite tribe have agreed to respect our borders. Even so, a year ago, some of their young men chose to trespass upon us, cutting through the chain link to poach our pronghorn and mule deer. Brother John discovered the cold and ugly remains of one of their camps, all ashes and gut piles. I pray that I never stumble upon such a scene. The river Pison, fast and treacherous, forms our western border. There is no fence, only the water, and it is there that the wild creatures may come and go at will. There, I laid eyes upon the wolf. It was late last winter, bitter cold and blowing as only Zerachiel himself can blow. The sky was bright blue, the land covered with drifts of crystalline snow, fine and sharp. Now and again gusts of wind tore at the drifts to send clouds of ice particles swirling through the air. Walking north along the Pison, shards of blowing ice and snow cutting at me, I was thinking irreverent thoughts about Brother Enos for sending me out on such a day. Every few minutes the blowing snow would come so hard I had to stop and pull my hood over my face and wait for the ground storm to subside. The Pison herself was nearly frozen, a rare event. A jagged channel about 10 cubits across showed black and wet near the center of the river. I was wiping ice from my eyes when I saw the dog sitting at the edge of the ice on the far side of the channel. Except it wasn't a dog. It had a wildness to it. A coyote, I thought. I unslung my carbine, knelt in the snow, and aimed. The creature was a good 300 cubits off. I did not trust myself to make the shot at that distance. The carbine is a small rifle, and mine was not mounted with a scope. I would have to wait. Should it choose to cross into Nod, I would send the beast to Zerachiel. A fresh gust of wind kicked up another cloud of ice particles, and for several seconds I was blinded by the mini-blizzard. When the snow settled, I saw that the creature was in motion, trotting along the edge of the channel. I knew in that instant, seeing those long legs and the proud tilt of its head, that this was no coyote. It was a wolf. As if sensing my thoughts, the wolf stopped and looked directly at me, or so it seemed. It sank back on its haunches and leaped, its long gray body stretching out, impossibly long, sailing over the open water for what seemed like seconds, dropping soft as a shadow upon Nod's ice. It trotted casually up the sloped bank and stopped not 50 cubits away. Again I raised the carbine to my shoulder. The wolf looked at me, and this time I was sure he saw me. His tongue showed and his mouth curved into a canine laugh. I released the safety and sighted in on his body, his chest, his heart. My breath came ragged and harsh. I fought to control my breathing.